Why have a border wall if you're just going to let everybody in anyhow? That's a real question I'm asking. This is in a place that you probably never heard of. It's called Del Rio, Texas. And it should be getting way more media coverage, but it's not. Del Rio, Texas is now the second biggest illegal immigration crossing point in the United States. And what you're seeing here in this video is on one side of the border wall, you have hundreds and hundreds of illegal immigrants. They're from Mexico, Central America, and even Africa. And they are forcing their way into the United States of America. On the other side, you have CBP, you have police officers, and they were trying to let a select few through, but they just ended up letting everybody through. They start pushing here. Eventually, people get irritated that only some folks were going through, and here is Bill Milligan from Fox LA. Listen to this, it's amazing. A Border Patrol agent told me this was the biggest single group he's ever seen in Del Rio, and they're glad troopers from Florida and Nebraska were here to help man the gate with Texas troopers. Almost all ended up being let into the U.S. Almost all of them ended up getting into the United States. Why have the wall if we're going to just randomly let everybody through when they gather in a big crowd? Here they are. That's all you have to do. Just get a whole bunch of you, maybe even just a giant caravan, head to the border, and you're good to go. And then you just get let into the country. Here's a group of them, about 35 of them, just being released into the U.S. They're just walking right in. You have a border wall. It's all secure here. Why have it if you're just going to let all these people walk into the country? Mind you, these people are not legally entering the United States of America. They have shown up here and they have no legal right or recourse to get into the United States of America. However, everybody was let in. Hundreds of migrants try to force way past Texas border agents. This is the New York Post. They said the violent confrontation began when U.S. authorities, including state troopers, started admitting select migrant families through the gate and into the U.S. But soon, single adults and others not chosen attempted to force their way through the gate along with the families, making it hard for U.S. officials to close the massive door behind each family. So they just said, come on in, we'll take all of you. And in they went. This is Del Rio, Texas, right here. And if I zoom out, you could see it is a tiny place, but it is almost undoubtedly a border town. Right there is where these folks are crossing into the U.S., and it's crazy scary for some of the folks who live there. Why? Well, Del Rio has seen an influx of migrants over the past several weeks. According to KENS 5, the area has seen over 1,000 migrants a day. It's now ranked the second highest number of migrant encounters for a spot on the southwest border, most coming from Mexico. Del Rio Border Patrol Sector Chief Austin Scarrow told the news outlet on many days there are only, get this, there are only 12 agents patrolling over 240 miles of border, as most agents are busy processing the large numbers of new migrants. Where's the coverage of this? We got a major situation going on, and the more of this video that gets out there, the more people see, well, we don't have to do it the legit way. We just show up and push our way through that giant border wall. No matter how big you build it, if you just open it up for everybody, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, does it? If you have undocumented migrants on your land, call us. We'll get there, Scarrow said. I can't guarantee right now how fast we're going to get there, but we'll get there at some point. This has led Del Rio, Texas residents to be concerned with the record number of migrants in the area. And they said neighbors in Del Rio voiced their concerns to senior Border Patrol officials during the State of the Southwest Border address, hoping to find some answers. Residents say they're afraid of the unknown and the possibility of the situation turning dangerous. It's scary because you don't know who's walking up to your door. These people are just kind of flowing into town. It's a small town, and all of a sudden hundreds and hundreds of people are wandering through your yard, knocking on your door, and going all through your neighborhood. Now, most of these people are probably good people, I'm sure, but the fact of the matter is this is out of control. Immigration can be a great thing, but it has to be something that you're in control of, not just opening gates and letting people wander into towns like Del Rio, Texas. Here is the Del Rio Sector Chief Patrol Agent Austin Scarrow, I mentioned earlier, talking about how bad this problem has gotten.
Tell me about what's going on in Del Rio and Eagle Pass.
Okay, so all you have to do is turn on the news, and you can see that we're super busy on the border. And that's southwest border wide. We're really busy in every location. But Del Rio sector is uncommonly busy, so we've never seen anything like this.
Never seen anything like it.
We're the second busiest sector in the nation, which is saying something. The Rio Grande Valley remains the busiest sector in the nation. They're seeing probably 3 times as much traffic as we are. But we're the second busiest in the nation. And what that
So he's saying this is the second busiest spot. And when he said turn on the TV, he's talking about the local media coverage, because in Del Rio, of course, a lot of people are talking about this. They saw a 900% plus increase in train apprehensions as well. People found hiding on trains headed into the United States of America. And they said during fiscal year 2021, October 2020 to date, they have apprehended 3,390 undocumented migrants while conducting train check operations, compared to 372 the same time last year. So it went from 372 people that they found, remember, there's a lot of people they don't find, to 3,390, a 900+% increase. It's crazy, and it's not getting enough coverage out there. The border in Del Rio is yet another spot where we clearly have a breakdown in everything, in border management, in immigrations, in customs enforcement, in everything, as you can see from the fact that hundreds and hundreds of people showed up here and they were all let in. I mean, can you imagine any other situation where this would happen? What do you think about this, and why do you think it's not getting more coverage? Let me know in the comments below. Spread the word about this. Hit that share button to share this with your friends and enemies alike, and keep the conversation flowing about Del Rio, Texas. If you're new around here, I'd love it if you followed the page. Here at facebook.com/thenewsjunkie, you can hit the follow button, and you'll get videos just like this every single day. On the quest for 75,000 followers right now, let that be you, one of those folks that helps me get to 75,000. Over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie, you can hit subscribe. I appreciate you watching this video. As always, we'll talk to you again real soon.